fine look of the slaughter. Time for a little walk back. Similar stuff to what I was talking about the other day. Similar. 它是会一直这样子吗？还是？
对，它有一个时间。
它有个时间。
对，它3
小时。可以挑吗？还是？
可以挑时间，最高就是最多只能3小时。
3小时。
对，3小时，然后再重来就好了，就加水啦，加那个精油，然后书香，是。
所以整套是1800吗？
没有，就这一座。
这一座而已。
对，1800。
一瓶是不算平吧？是不是？
精油有分价钱啦，因为你喜欢的，然后去做搭配。如果有任选活动是有任选3件。
是在哪一个价格？
精油有分最高是1880到最低是550。
最低是
550。因为它价钱很多，因为要你喜欢精油。对。
是这样子。
对。
是1800。
手工皂，
这个是肥皂，
对，天然药草结合精油的配方，台湾的品牌，对， 可以洗脸洗身体哟。对啊。
所以这是精油。
哦，这个是那个沐浴乳。
这不是
沐浴乳，它是用精油天然精油下去萃取的，对，天然的精油香气。就洗澡的。
看一下。
对，试闻体验。有分哦。它有分比较清爽型还是保湿。苦瓜是比较带点清凉的薄荷精油，然后你可以试闻看它很舒服，很适合夏天。有没有？你这样闻得到吗？闻得到吗？这样闻得到？
闻得到。
对，是天然精油的那个香气。
这是苦瓜。
就是它是薄荷。
哦，这是薄荷的
它没有苦瓜味。
对，这个是薄荷味。哦，了解。没有注意到。我房间整理好了，再来。
谢谢啊。
I'll stop about the other day. They have that as well. I never really noticed. They probably have it everywhere. I don't pay attention to such things. All right, I think we're gonna leave this. I think I'm gonna get a fan from the interwebs. I don't really want to carry it now. That's the point. The almighty interwebs. You can also go down here. There you go. Alright, let's walk back. It should be cool. It's 3 o'clock still. It's probably still hot. could take that exit, I guess. It would be quicker. You know what? Let's buy a meal. Let's buy some dinner while we're at it. Let's buy a little snack, right? We even got some pizza, I see. One of those. I picked up two, I didn't even see it. Luckily, nothing happened. Just one more. I don't think I need to offer a lot of stuff for him. German sausage with meat sauce. It's not sausage, only sausage with German meat sauce.袋子不用。不用哈。那你这2件也吃多少瓶哦？你有会员吗？对，没错。都没有哈，发票帮你出来了哦。这边155元。那个。Japanese, I don't know what it's like. Food, how do you call it? Exhibitions, you know, where they show things and stuff like that. I think I'm gonna take the shortest route then. It's a bit warm. I think the IRL stuff was a success. Basically, for some reason, I have to turn the Wi-Fi off. Or I can just go for a long walk. You know what? I go for a long walk. Oh, let's see. Well, it was an enormous sprint. Just made it, I guess. Tomorrow, I'm really going to start working out. Back to the bicycle, so to say. Start the day with some studying. I think tomorrow is going to be the right time for it. I think the stream's looking really good, so that's nice. Every day I will try to improve a little bit on it, and then hopefully in the end we will be having a good watchable thing that officially no one is watching, of course. But this is already much better. I'm glad I bought. I broke the bank a bit. It's a little bit, a little bit of a gamble. I don't really mind it. I like biking, so just for the purpose alone, it's good. Right. And instead of all the smart people knowing all kinds of weird reasons why I sit on a bicycle, you can just watch it and judge for yourself. And then you know how full of speed they were and still might be. But luckily, you know, the stream is okay now. It's just about small improvements here and there, getting some overlays in, mic quality a bit better, etc. Right? That kind of stuff. There's a bit garden. I mean, they did develop this area. Right now that I have a stable camera, basically, you can clearly see what I talked about before. They did do it. It's, I mean, whether you put your, whether or not, what should have been done is another question. But they did do it. it's green. Officially, you have to walk there, I guess, but I think no one will seriously start crying if I cross the road here. Sweating my proverbial ass off. I think the other side might have some shade. So let's cross the road. I am a bit tired. It was Dutch for I'm tired. I mean, I'm saying that all the time. But I am a little bit tired. It will take a little while before. So here's a little park. We were here not too long ago, twice even. We missed that part. Some other day we'll do that. Yeah, so I have to turn the Wi-Fi off, then the stream is stable for some reason. I know what the reason is. Hotspot on Wi-Fi off. Every time it connects then to a new Wi-Fi, something weird happens. So if it's like that, then it's like that. Is this screw? This one is broken, so there is no traffic coming. So. Oh, it's actually working. But yeah. Yeah, it's much nicer here. There's shade. it looks like the other side is much less like sunny, and then it's really nice. Fairly long wait. Yeah, so from tomorrow on I'm gonna bike like 5 days a week or something. So I will stream probably all of it because I like doing it. Today we'll still go with a bit of walking. So I test the selfie stick stuff here. So I mean the thing is set up basically. It works. So I think that one is broken. Oh, or is it? It I don't know. It anyway. The main light was red. So I don't know. That one anyway. It's a bit weird. It's a lot of sun still, but at least it's a bit more windy on this side for some strange reason. So I can't say I really understand. Those things were pretty expensive, those dispensers I was looking at earlier. I was asking they're different style. So they don't, yeah, they dispense a lot of, I mean, I'm not really into this stuff, but a lot of stuff, but then maximum 3 hours. Then you have to refill this. But in the end I said, well, once I've cleaned my room, which I might or might not do. But first my room needs to be cleaned, otherwise it makes no sense. Not that it's awfully bad. It needs to be cleaned. Yes. I'm not too worried about the cost of my equipment, so what they have done. And they were chicken enough to try to cover it, but I always knew. So yeah. This is what they're normally busy with. The usual stuff. People have mental issues beyond repair. Amazing mental issues. So I tell people one thing. The most important thing is, if you have the question, how do you tell an idiot that it's an idiot? And more importantly, how do you tell a group of idiots that think of themselves that they're geniuses, that they're actually idiots? This is a big question. Otherwise I'm busy something important. But this is a big question. How do you tell a group of idiots that at the same time are being seen as geniuses by most of the world, and they are self-declared geniuses on top of it? How do you tell them that they're actually idiots? No? Like completely disabled, like lunatics from like outer space or something like that. Like not worthy of, you know, be taken more seriously than the average 2-year-old, basically. How do you tell them that? How do you tell such people? I have been writing about it and I talked to some people about it. How do you do it? And the answer is actually not that hard. This was the trick. If you walk here, you follow the track. You miss it when you walk there. I missed it last time. But following the track is much shorter than going like, going straight forward. So today we're just gonna follow the track, the railroad. This is the like the slow train, and that's the high speed train. Now to where I live, this is much quicker. They have done horrifying things to people. I know now what they did. They have done absolutely horrifying things. They must have been like exalted. Only one little problem though, they were tricked and they have been inventing everything for over a decade. Hey, that's how you tell a group of self-declared geniuses that they're actually idiots, guys. Remember it well. A pity of my own life and that of a loved one or two. But yeah, right. They light everything together for like over 13 years, like 15, 16 years. Everything together. So that's the high-speed train from a little distance. They look similar to the ones in Japan. Remarkably similar. Well, not remarkably, they copy many things here from Japan. Yeah. So I listened to that type of sound for 10 years, full time, more or less. Because it was very important. Yeah. So then you got a bunch of pathological liars who erect the whole industry. Yeah, a bunch of pathological liars and some folk with way too much money who react the whole industry and spend 10 years or torturing you, and it's all based on a bunch of fucking bunch of lies that are manipulated together, and that they cannot do what they're claiming to do, which is treating someone just more normally for a change, and actually tell that he or she has some unique things, and then just allow him or her to do something. It was too complicated. They couldn't do it. Anyway, it's sad, but it's true. So here, they're gonna watch. Going to watch. Must hurt them terribly, because if you are willing to like waste, spend 10 years on torturing someone, then I'm sure you don't exactly want to watch that person getting healthy again. They're gonna watch. And that is the point. Now it's over. Very strange, of course. Now the sound is over. I passed it, right? Now they can't stop. For some reason, people have been watching my streams regularly. They know. It's very strange. It's always the case for some reason, right? I'm not even exaggerating. It's always the case. No, they have done horrible things. They have done absolutely insane things. They are incapable of telling me. They don't want to tell me, basically. They have come up with the most convoluted fucking shit to tell me what they have done. And for me, they expect something very different, of course, right? They're doing big reprogramming programs and cracking my brains open to find what is there, and when normal methods didn't work, they had their planned campaign of of torture in there, and then they were gonna crack, blah blah blah, all that whole fucking enormously made up load of fucking garbage. Now I understand why they were so convinced that they did. You can read my blog. There's some stuff about old politics. Old politics. And they read that. And they must have known everything. And the people who were actually involved, or would have been involved, that probably left their asses off because they knew already that, you know, they were just making up all kinds of stuff. So they did, you know. And I was like, what the hell was wrong with you people? I'm a human being, sure. But more than one thing wrong in my life. What you come up with is a complete bullshit. They were convinced that it wasn't. So that's how you tell a bunch of self-declared geniuses and just narcissists in general, and people who are seen by others as geniuses and whatnot. That's how you tell them that they're actually fucking idiots. You just let them do whatever they want to do, and then in the end you blink your eye twice, and then if they're human beings they will not be able to go on living with themselves, but they are proving pretty nicely that they are not human beings. You just heard it. So that's about it. It's gone now, right? Very strange. Very strange. It's gone. It was probably some very local, you know, like in cartoons, they always have like that one cloud that is following one. That one cloud or rain and thunder, right? That is following Daffy Duck or something, like, you know, all the time. The same, you know, always that. Don't really understand how that can be, right? But that's how you do it. And essentially, that's why people of the smart folk brigade and the moral overlords and all those people, in Dutch they say, I've already said it, but sing one tone lower, which means shut the fuck up and go things you are capable of doing. Toontje lager zingen is shut the fuck up. Singing a tone lower, it means shut the fuck up. Bunch of liars. So that's how we do it. So that's how we do it. Got some old folk. Last time I passed by here, they were also sitting there. I was going in the other direction. Yeah, so they're chatting, you know. Farm. No, they've done horrible things. If it's true what they've been trying to say, they have done absolutely insane things. I had this suspicion already. But it seems to turn out that they have done absolutely horrible things. I know that they did to me. It might sound unbelievable, but you know, if you really want to know, you should meet me in real life and you will see in a few seconds what they have done. It won't take long. But also, it seems that they are even lower than you would expect. Right? They really. Turns out, from A to Z, it was all bullshit, guys. What are you gonna do now? What are you gonna do? You're gonna pretend that there was a fake pandemic, a semiconductor shortage. Jensen Huang is the greatest hero on earth. I don't even know what else, man. Seriously. Trump is the second president of America for the second time. There is a great worldwide alliance of conservatism. What the hell? Who? There have been like 10 southern border crises all over the world in different countries the past 12 years or something. I mean, who makes this up? Oh, there is a war between Russia and Ukraine, right? Already for like 2.5 years or something, or 1.5, whatever it is. Who is staffing the one brain cell department? If they only could answer me that, right? Well, a bunch of narcissists combined with a bunch of Americans. That much is obvious, right? It's like the whole Bitcoin thing, for example. It's pretty clear that where they thought of that kind of stuff. It doesn't come from Taiwan, so it's not, or China maybe, but it's not likely because it comes from the other side of the Pacific, etc., etc., etc. And so miserably strange people, you know. Yeah, but the stream is stable now. That was actually the purpose of the little walk, and just to get some moving done, right? I studied a bit for the first time in ages. It was okay. Moving around a bit now. It's also okay. But that you have done that kind of stuff to other people, you know, and it's based on bullshit, huh? That you of the moral overlord brigade and the medical whatever the fucks and I don't know, the scientific geniuses, you know, just were like, yeah, finally we got everything now. And then just did all kinds of horrible things to other people. That is like the lowest of the fucking lowest. Seriously. There's a blog post on the lowest of the lowest. I mean, what's written there is really already like the lowest of the lowest. But then you can go one lower and then do that same fucking bullshit on other people. Anyway, yeah, so farmland. It's all small, it's tiny spots of farmland. It's a bit weird. I normally, well, not normally, but like last time we walked here, we walked on that road. So he's doing this. They speak like local dialect. I can't understand it. I'm looking for my battery. 49. 49. I can feel some raindrops, that's not good. It would not be weird now, it's not gonna be like this. It might be raining a little bit. We got like literally like one very big cloud though, but like I just said, like the Daffy Duck or whoever it is, right, always is, right? Pink Panther, I think, is notorious for that kind of stuff, no? I think Pink Panther regularly has a cloud following him, whoever exactly. Anyway, guys, that was my life lesson for the day. It's a bit of a sad one, trust me. I just wanted to have a normal life after having been abused for like 2 decades. I didn't exactly need to be abused another decade plus, you know. Wasn't exactly on my bucket list, so to say. But yeah, it turned out to be different, you know. Same stuff as usual. I wrote it down, I've said it many times. If you think this guy is crazy, dude, you know, I can show you everything. So here at this spot, not much happened, I can tell you a little bit. I can show you around a little bit. I was in Kaohsiung, right, a week or two, 3 ago. I went to buy some books. The stream cut halfway, but the first half I said most. We passed by a place and I told a few things that happened there. They really happened. I'm not making it up or something. They really did happen in that place. On the 2nd floor, to be exact. Well, and 3rd, I guess. So I can do that with everything. You'll be like, no way, that is true. No. Sadly enough, guys, sadly enough. Sadly enough. It's true. Alright, so if you walk on, we actually end up at the university. For all intents and purposes, it's better to turn right here. Yeah. Well, they made everything up. What is the problem? They came up with enormous analysis. And now I understand what they based on. If you don't, I mean, everyone who watches this understands it. They understood it before. They forgot to simply take into account that I didn't know myself that people from countries now not so far away weren't even thinking along those lines. They even sang songs along those lines. Like almost literally word for word the same in some cases, not always, but in some cases. That's pretty puzzling, isn't it? No, there's only one little problem. It wasn't because of any lofty reason. Because of any lofty reasons. We got a bit of rain here. Yeah, the noodles were good. The noodles were pretty good. It was strange, you know. Like I said a couple of weeks ago, I think it was the beginning of July. It's a little while, maybe 2 weeks ago. I kind of forgot, 1 or 2 months. Yeah, I was having lunch, I think it was, with someone who literally was hired to make my life miserable for 13 years. It was very important. I will tell you or write down how exactly. This was extremely important. I'm not sure if you saw Brandy earlier, but she's doing actually working, probably recycling. I wasn't really paying attention. So yeah. 31%, so I think we should have just enough battery to make it back. But if the stream cuts out before that, I'm not going to replace the battery. We're almost there anyway, and it has been a success. So that's all well done. It's been a success. So this is yeah, they lied and manipulated everything together. And then we're being smart about it. It's quite the thing to do. I don't understand. Seriously. You must be living in such a high ivory tower, right? With moral overload capacities that exceed that of God, basically. You know. Hey, when you're a self-declared genius, a narcissist, and retarded with a bunch of minions below you, I guess it's possible, you know. I mean, good, right? We know that now, then. Congratulations. We're not going to talk about this all the time, so to say. But if you want to come up with the same thing, I will tell you the same thing. Don't worry. You're going to watch. You are going to watch. You folk are going to watch. We pass these guys. They're loud sometimes, aren't they? Today they're pretty quiet. Knock on wood. So now we're back into the little village where they were full of it, isn't it? They were full of it. They were full of it. No. If you're smart enough, then you understand that now there is proof. It's very serious proof. That was the end of the old world. New dawn. No, it wasn't actually my intention. I just wanted to annoy the shit of the people who would fuck me and my girl over for the millionth time. And then managed to make themselves look like the victims. Obviously life is not that simple. When you have to reckon with a whole industry and a whole bunch of self-righteous minions, you can't really just say like, they're full of shit, which I did, by the way, but what the hell's wrong with you, huh? Okay. If this is what you want, then this is what you get. As they say in Dutch. Die wind zaait, valt ook. Stinky tofu dus, so we're gonna get it somewhere else. Die wind zaait zo storm oost. Die who the plans win. will harvest a typhoon, basically, a storm. Well, that's what they did. So yeah, that's what they did. But anyway, a nice side thing is that the old world is done. People might say, yeah, you're dreaming. No. Yeah, you can listen. I made sure that people would be reading. That was the point. They were reading. They were reading. And they had to be 100% sure that they would continue reading. So I made it 100% sure that they would continue reading. Alright, let's get some poison. Because why not?太极不用。294。Alright. Every time I pay a picture, it dies down. 31%. We're gonna make it back to my crib. Right, so I'll cut the stream now for today. This was essentially a test stream. Things work. I'm quite happy actually. It's just the lunacy of all that nonsense. But stream-wise things are working. Live-wise things are, you know, I've just been replacing and doing things. I don't know what, like, you know. Improving. Actually, I wanted to buy a fan, but I'm glad I didn't. It would be a bit of too much carrying, I think. It made up all kinds of nonsense. They always do. That is the problem. They always do. Little Vietnamese shop. You can't really see it, I think, on the flag. There are like 2 or 3 here. I think the hairdresser is, oh, it's open. I shouldn't get a haircut tomorrow, I guess. But everything works, I'm happy with that. It's really nice actually. Stream-wise, things will be okay. I need to improve things here and a bit of blah 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 there, and yada yada, whatever. If I want to stream something, let me put it like this. If I want to, anything I want to stream, I can stream now, more or less. So that's good. If I don't want to stream, can simply choose not to stream. If I want to stream, I can simply choose to stream. Beef noodles. This is a beef noodle shop. It's pretty good. I've been there twice now. I've been there twice. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. Alright guys, up to here, I guess it's been a good test stream guys. I hope you enjoyed it.